I will not say that I was in school.
Good shot.
What is happening right here?
I see. I've heard so much about you from Prithviraj. He praises you a lot.
ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് മലയാളം എന്നുവെച്ചാല് ഇവിടെ മലയാളികളുണ്ട്. അല്ല ഏതാണ് ഞാൻ ഏത് ഭാഷയിൽ പറയുന്നതായിരിക്കും? മലയാളം പറയട്ടെ എന്നിട്ട്, കാരണം കൂടുതൽ ആൾക്കാരോ ഐ നോ ദാറ്റ് ലോട്ട് ഓഫ് പീപ്പിൾ ഔട്ട്. ഓ ഹീസ് വെരി സാഡ് നൗ. ഒരു ഒറ്റ കാര്യം പറയാം. ഐ എം കോൺഫിഡന്റ് that there is a story in this that you might not have seen before. The way the plot progresses is not going to be predictable full. Yes, you know that finally the so-called protagonist and the so-called antagonist will meet and they will go face to face. But how the film gets to that point is not your usual road. I think Rajmouli sir is very responsible for that. He created this phenomenon called Bahubali from Telugu film industry. And he suddenly told us, you know, you can do this. You actually can do this. Because, and when we were again going back to our comfort zones thinking, no, Bahubali is a one-off. He did Bahubali 2 and it went even bigger. And then we thought, okay, Telugu industry, Rajmouli sir has got a special license. He can do it. Prashant Neel came into KGF. You know? So now we know that we can dream big. But dreaming big is fine. It is also essential that, especially from a small industry like Malayalam, we have Bulchan sir and people like him to take us around the world. Like he's rightfully said, our outside India market has exponentially grown after Lucifer. Now, if I may say so myself, because it's my film. What is Malayalam cinema's rest of the world market before and after Lucifer is exponentially different. For Prithviraj is when I was studying in the 3rd standard. and I was romancing her in the film. so yeah, sometimes it hurts. And Amar has been 5 years. Amar Prendri has been 5 years late. Yeah.
How is it working with Prithvi? I think the best part is the promotions in a home. You don't have to, think what to speak. Everything is done. And speaking about my character, I play Kuruvachan's wife, Elsa. And I think character I can simply speaking like rendu massive.
Going back to Malayalam cinema and working with this cool, young, dashing, dynamic producer, Liston, and the beautiful Samyuktha, though I didn't get a single scene with you. I think we did that on purpose.
I was behind him, just like you didn't notice.
One after the other missiles are coming today. Yeah, so it's been an amazing experience working on this movie. I had a lot of fun working with Chaji Chetan also. It was crazy. I used to tease him every time when we were shooting, especially even if I'm sitting in a car. He'd come and he'd start doing this. It was like a breakdance almost. I'm like, what is this? What is going on? After some time I realized those are the short breakdowns he had, so many angles. You could never imagine what you can't see, what you can't think of, what you can't conceive. He can, even today, after so many decades of phenomenal cinema, is so relevant because he's constantly reinventing his own style of shooting. So it was an amazing experience working with him. Gino did a phenomenal job with the script. I love the fact that I've been in the industry, this is 20 years for him, 20 years for me in the industry. And in my industry, we don't get a chance to do many layered characters. We're getting them now. Now that OTT is happening and we're doing a lot of great shows and series, and you have 8-10 episodes to play those characters. But those onion characters, which have layer upon layer, we keep peeling and keep going deeper and deeper into the core of a character. Those things we don't really get.
So I have a question for both Prithviraj and Vivek Oberoi. Yeah, it is a quick question for both. Actually, I used to watch Indian movies since, as Goshan said, Dharmendra time, Amitabh Bachchan time, these Hindi movies. After that, Telugu movies appear in my country. But I realized when I was youngster that Malayalam cinema is better than any South cinema. Because they have... my name is Hamid Riyami. I am film critic and director from Oberoi. I want to ask Mr. Prithviraj about your movie. Your movie, I hope it will be a blockbuster movie and super hit movie. But suppose if it will be remake by Bollywood, maybe if it is remake by Bollywood, do you think that you will able to do that remake, or you will suggest another actor to do that role?
So, firstly, there's an interesting facet to the question you asked. I have done remakes actually. I have acted in remakes of other languages. I have acted in remakes in other languages of my own films. I have done that. Having done that, having seen how things have gone, being a keen observer and student of how cinema is evolving over the years, I believe the age of remakes are beginning to get phased out. And the reason is, today the accessibility to cinema is so much that let's assume a great film in Bhojpuri releases today. 4 weeks later it hits a streaming service. There's going to be a conversation around the country saying, hey, you know what, a new Bhojpuri film is released, it's amazing. Like what happened with Janaganamana.
Yeah.
And then everybody will get to watch that film. So the next time that Bhojpuri director is going to make a film, he's going to think, oh man, my last film everybody around the country saw. So this time I should make a product from the get-go, being aware of the fact that I'm going to make a film for such a larger audience. So age of remakes are slowly going to get phased out. About Kaduva being remade in Hindi, can it be? Yeah, it can be. It can be eminently remade. Will I do it? No. I'll tell you why. Because Kaduva, I can do Kaduva only with what Malayalam cinema has given me for 20 years. The position that I am in as an actor in the industry over 20 years of my efforts, only then can I sort of take on a character like Prithviraj, because it is one of those star material things. I can't, if I were a new actor doing my first film, I probably wouldn't say yes to this. And I'm not anywhere close to being a star in Hindi cinema. So in Hindi, Vivek, I would definitely cast him again. The other role, I don't. Yeah.
So my question for Vivek. Vivek, when I saw your first movie, Company, I will not say that I was in school. At that time, I was telling, ये लड़का तो कमाल करेगा बॉलीवुड में. So you have Satya, so many movies. In this movie, you are doing police officer role. क्या ये रोल आपके पिताजी सुरेश ओबराय के रोल के सिमिलर है फिल्म तेजाब में या something else?
Wow, that's a brilliant question. Firstly, यार आपकी हिंदी इतनी अच्छी है. Amazed, यार. Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Your Hindi is definitely better than my Malayalam. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah. So actually, the look, my dad actually, when he saw the poster and everything, he said it reminds me of that role that my father did, and that was an amazing character too.
Yes.
And I think the only difference in these two roles is that plot-wise, there was a great character, but that was a character that was running like a parallel story, like a sutradhar to the principal character story, which was Anil sir's character. In this, there are two principal characters who are going head-on. So it's each one story running parallelly and colliding, basically. And that's the big difference. I think the Tezab character had a purity. Somewhere he ends up losing that purity in this journey. From being that upright, perfect, genuine officer who holds the dignity of his post, somewhere his ego, his arrogance that men generally get caught up in, that kind of takes him off that purity, that path of purity. That I think is the difference.
Okay. Thank you so much.